Okay, so let's take it for a little bit of a test drive. Because the new hybrid system and transmission with this vehicle should be quite a bit different than what we've experienced before. As far as the technology is different, but it's, maybe it won't be such a different driving experience. And one of the questions that I hear a lot of customers have when they are looking at vehicles and they don't know much about hybrids, and so if you're one of those people, the hybrid system is basically you're using both electric and a gas engine. And in this vehicle, it's kind of like an electric vehicle as far as the technology goes. We'll see about the driving experience, but it's basically more like an electric vehicle with a onboard gasoline generator, basically. So it's something to consider. But as far as the driving experience, just get in it and you drive. It's not like there's this weird thing that you have to do. It's straightforward, and that's what Honda's all about: making the driving experience simple and without any kind of there's no learning curve. You just get in it and drive it, basically. Now, with my previous videos, I've noticed that a lot of people are complaining about noise. And part of that is because I have the camera positioned in a way to where the microphone's down, aiming directly down. So it's going to amplify, just the tiniest bit of noise. But as far as my opinion, that acceleration back there with the engine wasn't really that loud. It's not like a Toyota or anything. Toyotas are very loud with their engine, and even Lexus is very loud. So that was relatively quiet. Now there's a little bit of road noise, but not as much as... See, I have a 2020 Honda Accord, and this one's quieter. I can tell already that this one's a quieter vehicle. So we're at 55 right now. Yeah, this feels like a solid, with this particular road. I mean, this is just like a, not a bad road at all. Relatively flat. No steep hills or mountains or anything like that. Dry as a bone. But thinking about just the way it drives compared to the previous Honda Accord, it feels a little bit, just a tiny bit more like a solid feel. It could just be my perception, but it feels a little bit more like a solid, kind of heavier car. A little more planted on the road, and also quite a bit quieter. There's a lot of road noise with the 2020. I wouldn't say a lot, but it has more road noise than this vehicle. Now this is a little bit rougher road here. So you can hear a little bit more road noise. But like I said, from my perspective, it's a little bit quieter. The camera is probably going to make it sound like super loud, so just keep that in mind, before the complaints start rolling in about how loud the vehicle is. It's not really that loud to me. As far as the seat comfort, it's fine. Now it has the cruise control system, like I demoed this in the Touring. It was the Touring Civic, and so it has this little car here. So as you're driving, it shows little car, and it shows the status of when you have the cruise control set. It's going to show the little car and what lane you're in, and then other vehicles and stuff like that. So it has that same type system. It's not something you can demonstrate while you're sitting still and experience while you're sitting still in the parking lot or in your driveway. It's something you have to, experience while you're driving it. Kind of comes to life, and it's really interesting. That whole how it's able to sense vehicles around you, and how it's able to tell that you're going over lines and all that stuff, and also the distance between you and the vehicle in front of you and all that stuff. Like it gives you a visual representation of all that stuff here on the screen there in the center, which is pretty cool. Yeah, this part of the road is pretty rough right here. Much rougher than earlier. And this actually shows the like the curves in the road and stuff, the center. It shows you where you are in the center of the road, that kind of thing. Really neat. And it's, like I said, I first saw that on the Civic, which that was the Touring Civic. So this is on a lower trim level of the Accord, having that same feature. It shows the vehicle, that vehicle that just passed me, it's showing on the screen. Very faint though, but it is showing that there's a vehicle there. So as you slow down, if you noticed that it has the ability to use that momentum and to capture it and to regen and charge the battery slightly. So as you slow down, you'll see that there's blue going from the wheels to the battery. When you accelerate on battery, you'll see a line that goes from the battery to the wheels right there. As the engine turns on, you'll see a line going from the engine to the. So right now we're charging the battery as we slow down. But when the engine starts, it'll charge the battery from the actual engine and power the wheels at the same time.